Welcome back to Bros and Beers, your go-to channel for all of the fantasy football news. I'm your host, or should I say co-host, Nick Keeland, and joining us again tonight is Ron Smith. Tonight's plan is Sunday Night Recap, where we go over 5 takeaways from the game that you should know for fantasy. Ron, what's our first point?
First point, Cooper Kupp. Is he back?
I think so.
I think so. 21 targets, 14 catches, 110 for a touchdown. Especially with Puka going out with that sprained ACL, looks like he's heading to the IR. I think it's safe to say you can fire up Kupp as a top 5 receiver while Puka's out.
Honestly, if he's getting 20 targets or even 15 targets, he's top 5 easily.
I was gonna say if he's getting 10, he's probably top 5 easily. You never know, but yeah.
Yeah.
Big game from him.
What's our number 2 takeaway?
Running backs from Detroit. Definitely think it's safe to say you can fire them up as at least RB2s, high upside RB2s, maybe some low end RB1s. Both got a lot of touches last night. Montgomery 17 for 91 and a tutty on the ground. Gibbs 11 for 40 and a tutty on the ground. And then Gibbs adding 4 receptions for 34 yards. And Montgomery even got a little work. He got a catch for 2 yards. Safe to say the Lions are going to be using them pretty effectively. They've got one of the best offensive lines in football, if not the best. I think if you got either one of those, you're playing them every week.
Yeah, you're definitely not sitting either one of them.
No.
Lions, we're back.
Back.
Hate to say that as a Vikings fan. All right. Number 3. It's about some quarterbacks, huh?
Number 3, both quarterbacks. Not fantastic games, but not terrible. We did see a lot of we did see more, worse games from a lot of other quarterbacks this weekend. Stafford threw the ball almost 50 times. He had over 300 yards, a touchdown, and interception. I think the touchdowns will obviously come. Jared Goff, a little inefficient for his standards, but 217 for a touchdown. I think the running game was just working so well for Detroit, as it probably will all year. But Jared Goff is going to have his games, and this just wasn't really one of them. Lions won the game, so if you ask anybody about how he played in real life, they'll say they'll take it. So
yeah,
hopefully he can put up some better numbers though.
As a Detroit fan, you can't really be mad. Went to overtime and they won, and I think it's kind of funny how they didn't throw a single ball in overtime. You got Amon-Ra, you got Laporta, but yet they stuck with their 2 RBs.
Right.
Speaking of Laporta and Brown, though, what are your thoughts on them? I mean, should people be freaking out, or do you fire them up every week?
Laporta, 4 for 45, he's hitting his floor with a line like that. I know in PPR leagues it's only 8.5 points, but there's a lot of, I think besides Isaiah Likely, who nobody thought was going to actually have the game he had, was probably the only tight end that was
Pitts
really doing anything.
Well, Pitts had a touchdown, otherwise he did nothing.
Pitts had a touchdown, otherwise, did nothing. But yeah, St. Brown, he had 6 targets, 3 catches for 13 yards. I think the big surprise on here was the boom of Jameson Williams, 5 for 121, a touchdown on those 9 targets. This is kind of what I think everybody was hoping to see from him, being such a high draft pick a couple years ago. It might create some volume problems for Laporta and St. Brown, but if you got Williams, you're excited to see him. You're excited to see him put up a stat like that. It's probably his best career game so far, and we'll see if he can build off that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I believe this could be the year where he puts it all together. I mean, this is his 3rd year. He's been hurt he was hurt the first year. He got suspended for gambling last year.
Right.
So this is his first offseason of being fully healthy, and this offense is top 3. Well, I mean, yesterday wasn't great, but fantasy-wise, I just think they have 5 people that could be fantasy relevant. 6 people if you include Goff, fantasy relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of back to the Rams though. So Puka out for a couple weeks. Who's the guy to pick up on that team besides Kupp?
I think the guy that definitely stepped up had to have been Tyler Johnson. He did have a big long play, but 7 targets. Obviously, that was tied for second with Demarcus Robinson behind Kupp. 5 for 79 though for a guy that really hasn't done anything a whole lot in his career. I know he played for the Bucs when they won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady. Other than that, he's a Minnesota guy. He's a gopher, so it'd be nice to see him continue to build off that. If Puka's out, he looked the part, and I think he could definitely be a wide receiver 3 for people with some wide receiver 2 upside, especially if people game plan for Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity's going to be there. Clearly, he's talented.
Right.
We're a little biased as Minnesota fans, but I mean, he looked great.
Yeah.
What else can you expect from a guy who wasn't part of the game plan and came in and did what he did?
Right.
But that's our 5 takeaways.
One more surprising thing just to end is Blake Corum not seeing a single touch.
Yeah.
Definitely don't think people were expecting that. Kyren definitely dominated backfield touches.
Yep.
We'll see how that I know that was one of your hot takes this year, that they were going to be a committee, and it sure didn't look like it. Not to call you out for that. That's not what I'm trying to do here. It's just
wrong on that.
It could still change. It's week 1, you never know, but surprising to see that he didn't even get to touch the ball yesterday. So
yeah, you spent a high draft pick on him, and he doesn't even play.
Right.
But what do you
Very
do?
interesting, but what do you do? But yeah.
So yeah,
Lions on top 26-20. Lions are going to be a good team this year, which sucks because they're in the NFC North, but what can you do?
Nothing we can do except cry.
Drink and cry.
But anyways, so yeah, that's our 5 takeaways from Sunday night's game. This is what we'll be doing every Sunday, Mondays and Thursdays. If you did like our video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscription, it's pretty much just going to give you notifications anytime we're live or posting videos. Comments, you can post any fantasy questions. We'll answer them on our stream, possibly comment on it as well. As far as where you can find all our content, on the screen, you've got X, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and then you can email us questions as well. We look forward to posting more videos, and hopefully you'll be joining us along the ride. Thanks, everyone.